hello again, and welcome to Rolynn's Reviews. I hope that you all had a nice work week with as little stress as possible. So, not going to be before you long today. Just wanted to discuss again. This is a phenomena. So, um, it's how you doing, Gina? Everyone's coming into the comment section now. Jermaine, Reese, hello. I hope everyone's doing okay. But I wanted to discuss this because again this is what is trending. And, well, you have to talk about things that are trending because if you try to talk about things that aren't trending or that people aren't interested in, well, people aren't going to watch your videos. And that's just the way it goes. Thank you guys for hitting that like button and sharing this content out on your various forms of social media. Again, tell me what you think in the chat section. So, and there's a really funny rap song out now that Trump has released. I don't know how you doing, prime time. So you guys tell me what you think. And there's a whole slew of rap singers who are now supporting Trump. Now we know those of you who were around, how you doing? The ladies of the Joe Boo Sports Report are representing. So thank you for coming in. Not going to have you long. We know our Cowboys are resting this week, thank goodness, so we can heal up a bit, and we'll be back on the grind next week. So I just wanted to know what you guys felt about this topic. Again, it is really trending. And I listened to a song last week that Trump released. Obviously, I can't play it now because I'll be copyrighted, but it is hilarious. And if you think about the demographics of the people who listen to the rap music, so a lot of young people, and a lot of them are, not Trump supporters. But if you look at these rappers who are now coming out saying that they're supporting him, uh, that's different from what they're, support, these young people are doing. So, those of you who were around in the 90s, who were listening to music, and, type it in the comment section. Now, there were several rap songs. It's like they idolized Trump. Yeah, prime time. You guys, if you remember all of the rap songs where they were talking about him being a billionaire and all of these things, the idolization. And then, of course, when he ran for president, they kind of flipped the script, right? So I just have some names of some rappers now. Most of these people who are supporting him now, you guys, if you're like me, you don't listen to. I don't listen to any of these people. I know about them because obviously my students do. How you doing, Lions Pride? And these are people that primarily my students listen to, with the exception of Kanye West, who's been around, and 50 Cent, who've been around the block a while. How you doing, partner? Sexy Red, I don't know if any of you are familiar with her. She's supporting him. Now, again, guys, if you haven't checked out a prior video, once Trump was arrested and his mugshot went viral, a lot of these people came out, oh, wow, we support Trump. So this is crazy. But Sexy Red said that she supports him. How you doing, Lady Libra? Because he's getting black people out of jail. All right. The Baby, some of you may be familiar with him, says that he supports Trump and calls him a gangster for pardoning Kodak Black. Okay. And Reese Cup said, I remember, but those rappers were from New York City. Who are the new rappers and where are they from? Okay, Reese Cup, that's an excellent question. And again, most of these people, I do not listen. I've heard of them, but I don't listen to them. So they're from various parts, of the country. Kanye West, now he's been a Trump supporter for years. Okay. Lil Pump, Gucci Mane. If you listen to any of these people, you can let me know. I don't. Now, when Kanye West first came out, he had a few songs that I liked. 50 Cent, of course, we know he was big. He was with Eminem and what's his name, Dr. Dre. They were big in the 90s. So you tell me. Lions Pride said he's getting black people out of jail who have money or who are being helped by celebrities, and he like Kim K. Okay, now Lions Pride, that's an excellent point. And you could say this is kind of self-serving, right? So yeah, so what about the people? That's an excellent point. So these are people who they may have started poor, but by the time they're in jail and they're famous rappers, they're no longer poor. So that's an excellent point. And celebrities, of course, Kim Kardashian, she was helping as well, and she was trying to help with the reform. So that's a good point. Lil Wayne, do you guys remember that interview Lil Wayne did? I think it was last year before last. He actually received a pardon from Donald Trump because he actually faced a 10-year, he had a gun charge and he was going to spend like 10 years in jail. So you guys tell me what you think about that, especially since Lions Pride made that comment. How you doing, Mo? Lions Pride, he's not being getting black people out of jail who may have cases where they were truly railroaded. Okay, so that's a good point. Let's check into it. And we know we have the Project, where attorneys offer free services for people who don't have money. We know, folks, there are a lot of innocent people in jail, but if you don't have money, how you doing, Anita? If you don't have money to represent yourself, and you have to, these court appointed, attorneys, they don't have necessarily your best interest at heart. Reese Cup said most of the rappers mentioned so far probably have an audience that doesn't vote. Okay, Reese. All right, that's a good point. How you doing, K Will? But Lil Wayne, he received a lot of heat when he came out. I think he even said something about he didn't support Black Lives Matter, and boy, they were on him like flies around Fido. And he was basically saying, I'm a businessman, and I'm going to do what's best, for my business so I can continue to make money. And he did receive a lot of flack. And then Waka Flocka, he broke the internet when he said that Trump was better than Barack Obama, and they attacked him as well. So what do you guys think about this? The things that I'm saying, it's all over the internet. And again, now from the reading that I did, so the rappers who were able to who had their sentences, their charges dropped, or from what, like 50 Cent. So you could say this is in their best interest because like 50 Cent, and who's another rapper? It'll come to me. Said that, how you doing, K Will? Said that, because of Biden's tax plan, they would be paying more taxes. So that, because the rich I think under Biden's plan, the rich would have to pay more taxes, which most of us say, well, okay. But what do you think about that? Is that kind of self-serving for the rappers? I don't know. I don't know about you, but I would love to pay less taxes. Okay, so, but 50 Cent said something about with Joe Biden's plan. Definitely, he would be paying more taxes, and I think it was the baby, and I don't know. I don't listen to him, so I know who he is. Like I said, a lot of these people I know because of my students. Lions Pride said the sad part is they probably have an audience who doesn't vote, but maybe they do or they don't vote. But those celebrities can encourage them to vote. Many listen to those. Okay, that's an excellent point. Actually, Lions Pride. Now, so what I tell a lot of the students, they love these rappers, and if you look at, again, they may have started poor, but by the time, the people that I'm talking about, when they get in this trouble, they have enough money where they can get good attorneys. And so if you listen to some of their listeners, they are totally, no, Donald Trump is racist, because I have students, and these are some of the things that they're saying. So, what do you think about that? Lions Pride said, sadly, many young and old, or those who are simply naive, listen to certain rappers too much. Again, Lions Pride has an excellent point. Um, to me, rappers shouldn't necessarily, they're not uh, someone that, their mouth is a prayer book. So, unfortunately, though, a lot of these teenagers, that's who they look up to. And we know some of the words in these songs, it's atrocious. And now, in the past, those of you who were around and listening to music in the 90s, like I was, that's when the West Coast rappers really blew up. All right, with Suge Knight and um, who was the other? Dr. Dre and Eminem. Okay, they really blew up. But now again, if you go back, if you remember, a lot of those songs, they were worshiping. I clicked on a website, and they were talking about how Trump was worshipped, and then as soon as he ran for office, they flipped the script. All right. So again, folks, we have to do our research and find out where people, right? Reese Tragic. And I tell students all the time, don't listen to something that someone tells you, right, Lola? Go and do your research. Um, I was looking at a video. I'm thinking about doing this next week. You know what's going on with the sanctuary cities right now. And all these people in Chicago are so angry. They're losing so much. And, they're shouting and they're upset. And, the video I was looking at was like, well, these are the people that you voted for. So, again, what have I been saying all this year, basically? Find out where people stand on the issues and vote accordingly. I don't care which side you vote for. uh, uh, Vote for the side that aligns with your values and your morals. Golden Nova says, yes, no entertainer should not be that influential to the point they're leading our people to the slaughter. Right. That's why, like when they were talking about um, defund the police. Now, if you live in like Baltimore, Philadelphia, Chicago, folks, you need something. Uh, and so, but some of the celebrities were leading that charge, and I'm like, well, folks, just think about it now. They don't use police for the most part. They have private security. So again, I'm with what Golden Nova said. Don't listen to what the celebrities are saying. They're multimillionaires, some of them, and so you have to think for yourself. Lions Pride said, honestly, some rappers are really smart but don't speak out much on politics. I wish the more logical, more educated rappers would address politics, but depending on where they stand, it could ruin them. Right, Lions Pride? They're sort of stuck in a catch-22. And recently Ice Cube, he blew up in the 90s. He started out with NWA, of course, in the 80s, and he's come out recently for Trump. So, and there was a little backlash. But I wish we could. I was talking to someone yesterday. I wish we could go back to a time where who you voted for, you know, that was, your private business. We don't have to stop talking to each other. We don't have to start hating each other. I wish we could go back to that time because it's really ridiculous. I know people, they've stopped talking to family members and friends, and they've defriended people on social media. People, it's not that serious to me. And I was just telling someone this yesterday. Relationships are more important than politics. And so why would we put politics above relationships with people? That's just where I stand on that. You can tell me what you think about that in the comment section, but that's how I feel. And you vote for who you want to vote for. Why should our relationship suffer because you have a different political view than I do? Who cares? Relationship is more important at the end of the day. And that's how I feel. Gina says facts. Golden Nova says right. And it's all about the human. Lola said right. It's all about the human element. And, I don't care who you vote for. If you treat me like a human being, that's all I care about. Ultimately, Reset, I have family that voted for Trump. I don't talk to them anyway, so it wasn't a lot. Okay, Reese. So you didn't stop talking to them because of them voting. Yeah, and that's fine. Anita said relationship is very important. Right, and that's what I'm saying. Rhonda said listening. So glad. Thank you so much, Rhonda Sparks. Always glad to have you and the other ladies of the Jobu Sports Report here supporting me on my channel. And these are some really good topics that I like discussing. And again, my relationships are more important than who's running for office and politics. That's just how I feel. And it's just so sad. People are defriending family and friends. And, to me, I could be wrong, but to me, it's not that serious. It's just not. So that's all I wanted to talk about. And then again, in the past, again, before Trump ran for president, Snoop Dogg, Diddy, Young Jock, Migos, Twista, Nelly, all of these people were praising Trump in their songs. EB40, Young Jeezy, Boss. I'll call her Witch because she calls herself something else that I won't say on here. This is a family friendly program. Twista, all right, Nelly. Lady Lieber said, I can't get past the fact that Trump sent people to the Capitol to take over the government and people died. Trump is dangerous to this country as a whole. Okay. And that Lady Lieber, all right. And Rhonda says they are lost causes. Right, Rhonda? What can you do? Lions Pride said Ice Cube is kind of in a precarious position. The industry doesn't like him much because he called them out. Right, Lions Pride? I kind of question some of the things he said regarding Trump. Is he looking for Trump help? Yeah, and sometimes people have motives, right? They're going to do what's best for them and in their best interest. So sometimes it's not that they necessarily care about one person or another. But that's an excellent point. And Rhonda said, okay, Lady Lieber said, how come no one remembers the people who lost their life? Well, that's a good point too, Lady Lieber. So again, don't follow someone to your own detriment. You have to make, sound choices, because at the end of the day, you're the person who's going to pay. And I'm not losing my freedom for anyone. I'm just not. Um, Rhonda said, true. Hey, Rhonda, true. Okay, so that's all I wanted to talk about, guys. Again, uh, this is a trending topic, and I wanted to know what you guys felt about it. Golden Nova, Black Goddess. People are too sensitive on topics and lack the education on what it takes for the country to move forward without putting too much emphasis on religion. Okay, good point, Golden Nova. And you're absolutely right. And again, let's come together. And who cares who you voted for? I remember a time, and those of you in my demographic, Generation Xers, where you too as well. Thank you so much, Rhonda. You remember when that was just, you didn't even discuss who you voted for. How about if we could go back to that, maybe people can come together again. What do you think? I remember that time. Family and friend, you'd go in that booth and vote. You really didn't discuss who you voted for. And I kind of wish we could go back to that. Maybe people can become a little more civil the way we used to be. Okay. Reese Cup said it's interesting that Trump would actually cause all this debate. How can anything that causes so much divide be good? Okay, Reese Cup has a good point. Okay. So how can we, instead of divisive, how can we come together like we used to be so long ago? And Golden Nova said yes, and Anita Thomas said yes. Okay. And that's what it's about, folks. I told you guys, the government does not want us to come together. If we're fighting and at each other's throats, we're not paying attention to what they're doing to us. So come together. That's how, divide and conquer. If we're not together, they can do anything to us. And that's just facts. And that's just how I feel on that topic. Um, so I'm not gonna keep you guys. Ace Reese said that's an amen on that. Yeah, people matter, and again, if we come together and hold all government elected officials accountable, then we could get some true change that we need. How you doing? I love weed. Thank you, partner. All right, I love weed. Made his statement. All right. Uh, Chef Finder's Wine said, hit the like button. Okay. Rhonda says, the Times have called us to be more transparent because of the harassment, voter suppression, etc. I agree with all that. Okay, Rhonda. All right, good statement. And I love weed is making his statements known. Okay. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this little short video. I love weed. I didn't forget. I just haven't had time. I love weed wants me to do some research and talk about Robert Kennedy Jr. I think you left me a comment. I just haven't had time to really get in and research that, see where he stands on topics um, that may be important to you. So again, thank you guys for spending your very valuable time here at the Rollins Reviews YouTube channel. Hope to see you here next Sunday, 4 o'clock. Like I said, I want to talk about the sanctuary cities because that is a hot topic right now. And there are a lot of angry people. But again, find out before you vote for people where they stand. And guess what? If they don't line up with what you agree with, next time you vote them out and get someone else in there. Because these people are doing things that affect other people. And so they really don't care, if that makes sense. Okay. Thank you so much, Rhonda. Everyone from the Jobu Sports Report, as soon as I end this live stream, I'm coming right back over. And I hope all of you hit that like button. And if you like this content, continue to share this content out. Let a friend, neighbor, or foe know where they can go to get some good information. The Rollins Reviews is a reaction channel, so we just talk about different topics and see what you everyone gets to say. And that's what it is. That's why I love my demographic. We say what we got to say and then we get out of here. But I'll see you all again next Sunday, 4 o'clock p.m. And have an enjoyable week. And I'll see you next Sunday.